She wiped out her entire family just to become queen. But what no one expected was that a baby survived and changed the destiny of an entire nation. The palace was silent, but not because of peace. It was the kind of silence that follows a muffled scream, the scream of a child betrayed by his own grandmother. In the golden hallways of Jerusalem walked a woman whose ambition knew no limits. She was not a queen like the others. She did not seek the throne by inheritance nor by destiny, but through force. Her name was Athaliah, daughter of Jezebel, wife of a king and mother to another. But when she saw her reign nearing its end, she made a decision that would stain her name with eternal horror. She ordered the removal of all heirs to the throne, including her own grandchildren. How far can someone go in the pursuit of power? And how is it possible that, even in the midst of such chaos, a single hidden life could change the course of an entire nation? Athaliah appears in the books of Kings and Chronicles, in a brief but intensely dark chapter of Judah's history. Daughter of the wicked King Ahab and of Jezebel, the woman who introduced the worship of Baal into Israel. Athaliah inherited more than just a royal lineage. She inherited a mindset rooted in idolatry, manipulation, and an unrelenting thirst for power. When her husband King Jehoram died, her son Ahaziah took the throne, but his reign was short-lived. During a political uprising, Ahaziah lost his life, and that opened a door for Athaliah, a door to the throne, a door to absolute power, a door stained with innocent blood. Think you've already heard the darkest stories in the Bible? Think again. What Athaliah was about to do challenges everything you thought you knew about evil. When Athaliah learned of the death of her son Ahaziah, the grief a mother should feel never came. Instead, an idea took shape in her mind, like a serpent slithering toward the empty crown. If there are no heirs, then the throne will be mine. And so began the purge. One by one, the royal children, Athaliah's own grandchildren, were taken from their rooms, from the arms of their nurses, and eliminated without mercy. Age didn't matter. Blood ties didn't matter. Power had only one price: the removal of her descendants. For 6 years, Athaliah ruled over Jerusalem. She declared herself sole ruler, a move unheard of in Judah. She enforced the worship of Baal, destroyed sacred objects from the temple of Yahweh, and silenced anyone who dared to oppose her reign. But what she didn't know was that one child had survived. Joash, the youngest of the princes, still just a baby, was rescued by Jehosheba, Ahaziah's sister and daughter of Jehoram, who was also the wife of the high priest Jehoiada. They hid the child in the temple of God, the one place Athaliah would never dare to enter. For 6 years, while the people believed there were no heirs left, a true king was growing in secret. While Athaliah enjoyed her reign, unaware of what was happening within the temple walls, young Joash was growing in secret. Time moved slowly, and the queen still believed her rule would last forever. But something was about to change. When Joash turned 6 years old, the truth was finally revealed. The high priest Jehoiada, faithful to God and protector of the rightful royal line, knew the time had come. What was hidden had to be brought into the light, and the people of Judah needed to see their true king, the one Athaliah had tried to erase. In a solemn gathering, Jehoiada summoned the leading army officials, the tribal leaders of Judah, and all who still remained loyal to the kingdom of God. And then, a 6-year-old child stepped forward before them, his face filled with dignity, though his future was still uncertain. Joash had become a symbol of hope for people living under Athaliah's tyranny. But even though the child was the rightful heir to the throne, danger still lurked in the shadows. How will a queen used to absolute power react when she discovers that the rightful heir has returned? What will she do when her reign is on the verge of collapse? The moment had come. The people now shown their true king, Joash, began to see their destiny shift. But Athaliah, upon hearing that the truth had been revealed, refused to accept it. The grip of absolute power, which had ruled her life for so long, would not let go without a fight. When Athaliah heard the sound of the crowd celebrating Joash's coronation, she stormed out of her palace and marched toward the temple where the ceremony was taking place. With fury in her eyes, she shouted, "Treason! There is no place for a usurper under my reign." But the high priest Jehoiada, with courage and faith, ordered the officers to seize Athaliah. The queen, though defiant, knew her time was up. There was no turning back. Athaliah was taken outside the temple, far from the seat of power she had clung to at any cost. And so the reign of terror came to an end. Joash, still just a child, began to rule with wisdom and justice, restoring true faith in Judah. Under his leadership, the temple was cleansed, the idols destroyed, and the worship of God was reestablished. The story of Athaliah leaves us with a powerful lesson. Power is never eternal, and evil never truly wins. Though darkness may reign for a time, there is always light. There is always hope. One hidden life, one forgotten child, can change the destiny of an entire nation. If this story of betrayal, power, and redemption moved you, don't forget to subscribe to our channel to discover more forgotten stories from the Bible. Share this video with your friends and join our community of explorers uncovering amazing tales.